guys, welcome back to my channel. This is CarChanneledTarot. Welcome if you are new here. We are going to do a pick a card reading, okay? So, I'm going to let you guys join for a second, okay? But today's topic is what your coworkers say about you, okay? Also, if you work for yourself, this is what your clients or your customers think about you, okay? Or the people you help out, alright? So just, flip it how you need to. I'm going to show you guys the options in just 1 second, alright? Let's see. Welcome. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you would like a personal reading, make sure to email me, okay? All my information about my personal readings is always in my bio or in the description box of every single video that I post. Alright? So, welcome in. Let's see. Alright, so pile number 1 is going to be... Let me make sure I have this. Okay. This is pile number 1. Okay, I don't think... None of these ever stood up straight. Alright, but pile number 1 is our... It's a wine opener. Looks like a wine bottle. It's pretty cute, okay? Pile number 1. You're gonna need to put it on this side. Alright, so this is pile number 1. Pile number 2 is going to be our lemon, okay? Make sure to like the video, please, and thank you if you're in here. That is, the lemon is pile number 2, okay? And pile number, should we do 3 piles? Oops. Hold on. Alright, pile number 3 is going to be the no days wasted recovery detox pills, okay? So TikTok sent me this for free to review. They do work, okay? So if you're ever interested, okay, it's in my my TikTok shop showcase, okay? So if you follow me on TikTok, which you should, you can just type in no days wasted and get these, okay? But anyways, I think this is the right way, okay? Pile number 1, 2, 3. So take a minute to meditate on the options, okay? And then in a minute we're gonna get started. This is what your coworkers say about you, okay? And like I said in the beginning, if you work for yourself or if you work more so alone, this is what your customers or clients or the people that you interact with while you're at work think of you, okay? And I will leave timestamps after the video is done. Alright, let me move this up a little because I know the live stream is, the chat covers it, okay? So pile number 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so if you chose pile number 1, this is what your coworkers or your clients think about you, okay? Let's see. Make sure to like the video, please, if you are in here. Welcome in. Alright, so if you chose pile number 1, this is what your coworkers say about you. Let's see. Some of your coworkers could be talking about how you're getting divorced, okay, or how you got divorced, or you could be going through some sort of breakup, or they think you are, okay? Especially if you met somebody at work, okay? And if you met somebody at work, pile number 1, people in your workplace are definitely talking about how they think that, you're getting a divorce because you cheated or met somebody at work, okay? So, that's messy. Let's see. Let's see. What's going on for pile number one? Your coworkers also could be saying something about how you are kind of depressed, or they think you're depressed. Like I said, this is the gossip. This is what people are saying about you in the workplace. Okay. Do you want to get blocked? Do you want to get blocked? Because I have no problem doing that. Ever. Fox Nick. Okay. I love blocking people, so act right. Please and thank you. I'm a nice person, but I don't need the bullshit. Alright, you can go. And you're gone. Okay. Alright, let's see. So if you chose pile number one, what else do your coworkers say about you? Yeah, your coworkers could be saying that you're for the streets, so that you cheat or you cheated with somebody at work, and that's why you're getting broken up with, or why your marriage is falling apart, or why it fell apart. Okay, so clearly, some of your coworkers definitely are in your business. Okay, when it comes to your relationship and your personal life. Okay, let's see. They also talk about your money, pile number one. Okay, they talk about how you, at least you appear like you have a lot of money. Okay, they could also be talking about how much you make at work, or they feel like your coworkers could feel like you always get your way. Like even if you do wrong, even if you have like another side to you, um, your coworkers are talking about, well, pile number one always gets their way, or they always get this, they always get the promotion, even though they don't do that, blah, 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 blah. You know, sounds a little bit like jealousy, but, whether you do a lot of work yourself at the job or not, even if you do slack off, your coworkers feel like you get your way no matter what. Okay, so it's kind of giving like a teacher's pet type of vibe. Okay? Yeah, look, snake. Okay. Pile number one, your coworkers they don't trust you. They feel like you fall easily into temptation. Okay? They also feel like, or that you, why do I keep, why do I keep wanting to say did fall into temptation? Because pile number one, I feel like maybe something did happen where, you know, you did go through a breakup because you were flirting with somebody at work or something like that, okay? Or a divorce, okay, taking out resumes. Let's see. Yeah, and dirty money, okay? Your coworkers could also be talking about how you hopefully didn't actually steal from work, okay? Or your coworkers could be talking about how they feel like you make money in a unethical way, okay? So there's something about that too, whether that's true or not. Like I said, this is the gossip, okay? Um, Pile number one, also your coworkers talk about how you now like to spend a lot of time alone, okay? You could also be the type of person who, um, you go on break and you sit in your car, or, you don't really want to interact with everybody else in the lunchroom or the break room, okay? There's something about that. Yeah, you're mysterious, okay? It says, yeah, your coworkers feel like they can't figure you out completely, okay? So I feel like maybe you're the type of person who's kind of quiet, okay? And because you're quiet, people just start to think stuff about you, okay? Like most of the stuff it could not even be true, right? But like I said, this is the gossip about you or what people think of you, okay? Um, sometimes when you're quiet, especially in the workplace, people start to just assume stuff about you, okay? So, welcome in. Um, just keep that in mind. When you're quiet, when you're to yourself, people just start to assume stuff about you, okay? So, that could be happening to you, pile number one. Alright, let's see. What else is going on for pile number one in the workplace? What do people say about pile number one in the workplace? Okay. Yeah, look, employee just came out, okay? They pay a lot of attention to you, okay? Picture all your coworkers like staring at you like, alright, there goes pile number one. They feel like you're a walking red flag though. but you're trying to better yourself, okay? So I feel like you have mixed reviews, okay? So even if you work for yourself, you have mixed reviews, okay? So the people that come to you or the people that you interact with on a daily basis or whenever you do work, they kind of see you as like sometimes you're a good employee and sometimes you're very toxic, okay? So it really just depends, okay? But they see you as someone who has a lot of, um, why am I hearing pull? Like you have a lot of pull. Like you get, like I said, your coworkers see you as somebody who can get what they want when they want, okay? Even if you have to play dirty, okay? Let's get a couple more for pile number one, and then we're gonna go to pile number two. All right, let's see what is going on for pile number one. Let's see gossip in the workplace about pile number one. Yeah, what is this? Okay, pile number one. And then overall energy is too busy winning, okay? Your coworkers are all up in your business, whether you know it or not, okay? They talk about you're this, you're that, you're shady, you make your money the wrong way, or they feel like whatever type of money you make is not fair, okay? They talk about, oh, you cheated, or, you know, you had an affair, and, you know, that's why your wife left you, that's why your husband left you, blah, 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 blah. But then they're also like, but pile number one is very abundant, and they are doing better. So I don't know, you're like a celebrity in your workplace, pile number one, okay? And I feel like at least financially you're doing pretty good, okay? That part is true. Um, but people are like questioning your character 24/7, especially in the workplace, okay? Um, let's go to pile number two. It's gonna be a shorter reading, okay? Make sure to like the video if you're in here. I do not understand why people subscribe because I have subscribers only for you guys to comment and then you say some weird shit. Like, be for real. That's so weird to me. If you comment, if you know, even if you're not saying something positive, it's still interaction and engagement on my channel. So think wisely before you try to hate on anybody's page, to be honest. Alright, let's see pile number two. What what is the gossip about pile number two in the workplace? Okay. Alright, pile number two, people are very attracted to you in the workplace, okay? People talk about your looks a lot. Even if you're older, okay? Even if you're I'm hearing 60 something. Okay? Even if you're like 60 something, your coworkers think that you're very attractive. Like you look really good for your age, okay? Whether you're younger or older, your coworkers talk a lot about how you physically look, okay? Um, and your coworkers also talk about how you possibly give them a lot of mixed signals, okay? Like they never know how you're feeling, possibly because you're very quiet, okay? Um, also, your coworkers feel like you are someone who is less approachable, okay? Like you look good, but you're also like, you don't want to be approached, okay? Give me 1 second. Alright. Alright, let's see. Also, pile number two. Yeah, people talk about how you can have like a RBF, okay, especially in the workplace. Because your coworkers talk about like, yes, you're gorgeous, but you also look like you don't want to be talked to. Okay. They also talk about how quiet you are. Okay. Or maybe how you're quiet with certain people and then you're talkative with the next person. Okay. Let's see. What else for pile number 2? What is the workplace gossip on pile number 2? They also, okay, some of you guys could have like a country accent or they talk about the way you talk, okay? Some of you guys also may be from the South, okay, whether you have a accent or not. They talk about also how you don't take accountability for much, okay? You have being a victim here. Oh, you could, okay. They wanna, this might sound weird, collective, or pile number 2, but your coworkers, they feel like, you're very touchy. And that could be why they get confused, like, okay, well, does pile number 2 me because they touched my arm or my elbow when they walk past? Like, I feel like your coworkers, like, want to think that you like them, even if you're not trying to be liked, okay? Like I said, they're very attracted to you. We have lovers and your perfection, okay? So, pile number 2, even if you're not trying to be flirty, I feel like because of how you look and because of, like, I want to say anything you do, even if you're not trying, your coworkers see you as like, oh my god, they smiled at me today, oh my god, pile number 2, you know, they looked in my direction, what do you think that means? Or we accidentally brushed by each other, you know, while we were walking and, you know, I just felt something, you know, do you think anything's there? Like, they're a little bit delusional over you, okay? Um, so, pile number 2, you are the type of gorgeous or handsome where it doesn't matter what you do. You could be cussing somebody out, and somebody in your workplace is going to be like, um, you could pile number 2, they're so handsome. Like, I don't know, you, pile number 2, you must be very attractive, okay? Because I feel like people want to think that that they would have a chance with you, okay? Even if they don't. Okay, yeah, look, secret crush, okay? They like you. Most of your coworkers really like you, pile number 2, okay? Let's get a few more. Look, and not talking. I feel like maybe you don't even talk to people in your workplace like that, but they're all up in your business because of how good you look, okay? And you could just want space, okay? You could have anxiety, even if you're, you know, gorgeous people, handsome people have anxiety too, okay? I don't know who needs to understand that, but gorgeous people have anxiety, they have depression, they have all types of issues, just like quote unquote average people, okay? So I don't know, your coworkers could think you have like pretty privilege, okay? For me to say that, because I feel like, you could just be, like I said, you could be the type of person to not really talk much, but because you're gorgeous, you get attention no matter what, and that itself could give you a lot of anxiety, okay? Um, so there could also be like rumors about you because of how you look, okay? Your coworkers also talk about how like you doubt yourself or that when you do doubt yourself, they feel like you're trying to get attention. You know, like picture like if you said something like I don't know, if you said something like you know, I have a hard time talking to some of the customers, but because of how your coworkers see you, they're like, yeah, right. You have an easy time talking to your customers or your coworkers because you're gorgeous. Like you don't even have to say much. I don't know. It's something like that where they think you don't have the problems that you do because of your beauty, okay, or your handsomeness if you're a man. You know those ignorant people who are like, oh, what problems do wants to be with you, pile number two. Everybody wants this and that with you. Everybody always thinks pile two is gorgeous. Like, you could have haters because of how you get treated, even if you're going through something major, okay? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, let's get a couple more for pile number two. Yeah, you probably don't even want this attention, um, in general. But you naturally get it, okay? Let's see. Yeah, careerist, okay? Your coworkers also talk about how you are, they talk about your eyes, okay? They talk about how you look at them. Like I said, you could have IBF, or it could just be your eyes look very intense, okay? Your coworkers could, your coworkers could be talking about how you, like you always look like you're up to something, even if you're not. Like I said, this is the gossip, okay? Gossip doesn't mean truth, alright? Um, your coworkers also could talk about how you're planning to leave to go to somewhere, like another job, or you're planning to move or something like that, okay? They also could talk about if you do have kids, or if you just had a baby, or if you're pregnant. Pile number two, they talk about, you know, your little family forming, okay? Um, they also talk about how you, if you do have a love interest, they talk about like, mm, some of you guys could have a lover in law enforcement, okay? They could talk about the status of your relationship if you are in one, okay? Take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But your coworkers could talk about, yeah, look, beauty salon just came out too. You're extremely gorgeous, okay? Um, you're probably one of the prettiest or most handsome people in your workplace, okay? But if you do have a lover that's in like law enforcement, they could be talking about maybe you have a baby on the way, or something about your relationship isn't working out, okay? Or some people think that your relationship is not working out because of, you know, I'm hearing scheduling conflicts, okay? Or schedule conflicts. Something about that. Alright, let's go to pile number three. I think I'm gonna do Capricorn next. How are we at? 23 minutes? Perfect. Okay. Alright, one second. Alright, pile number three. What do your coworkers say about you? What do your coworkers say about you? Pile number three. They talk about how you hate it here. Okay, you hate your job, or they feel like you always are calling out what's wrong with the workplace, okay? So you could be a Virgo, or you could have Virgo in your chart, okay? You also, I feel like you're always clocking everybody's tea. Pile number three. Like something, like the smallest thing can happen, and you're like, yeah, look, betrayal, red flags. You're like, yeah, well, so-and-so Sarah did this, and, you know, Johnny over there, he didn't close properly last night, and, you know, last night when I was here, Jenny didn't bother to actually wipe down the tables and sweep the floor. You know, she didn't properly cash out. You know, she just decided to leave the drawer over $5 and blah, 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 blah. Like, you're clocking everybody's tea, okay? Like, that's how your coworkers feel. Like, they can't get away with shit around you, okay? So I don't know if you're a manager. You could be a boss. I don't know. But you're, you can't hear? You should be able to. My mic is on. Oh shit. I think it's doing that sound thing. Hold on, let me try to switch my mics. Thank you for Let me try this. All right, can you hear me now? Okay, that is better. Oh my lord, I hate when that happens. Is it? It is retrograde something. Oh my gosh, I don't know what that was. All right, but yeah, guys, if it ever sounds like that, because I know my phone without my mic is sometimes really wonky. I have to get a new phone one of these days. Always, please let me know. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's see. All right, pile number 3. I don't know, pile number 3. Maybe some of you guys, they feel like they can't say stuff to you or that you don't hear them out. Okay, they could also, your coworkers could also feel like, um, I feel like pile number 3 is giving more so a manager type of energy, or you think you're the manager. Okay. Yeah, look, oh my gosh, we have red flags, betrayal, single, and perilous realm. Danger lurks, okay? Your coworkers feel like they can't do shit around you, or else they're gonna get in trouble, okay? So even if you're not the actual manager or the boss or whatever, or the shift lead, they feel like you act like you are. And yeah, we have stress, okay? Your coworkers talk about how you're a little bit stressful to be around, okay? Even if you're, I don't know, even if you feel like you're just doing your job, we all have those. Yeah, okay. We have impersonator. Um, Pal number 3. If, because like I just said, some of your coworkers could feel like you think you're the boss, okay? And I do feel like for a lot of you guys, maybe you're not the boss, maybe you're not the manager, okay? Because we have impersonator here, and that would mean you're not actually the boss or something like that, okay? So maybe relax a little bit until you have that position. Obviously they say, act like the job you want, right? But I don't know. We all have those coworkers who just do too much a little bit. So if that's you, pal number 3, yeah, they always feel like you have something to say. Oh my gosh. Okay. And they also feel like you're very possessive of your items at work. Like, you could be the type of person, like, you set down your water bottle, right? Or say you set down a pen. If somebody like slightly moves it to get something underneath that pen in your workplace, you're like, why would you take my pen? Why would you move it? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, your coworkers are kind of like, Jesus Christ, okay? Like, pile number 3 thinks everything is a problem, okay? So let's see. Yeah, intuition, okay? They also feel like, okay, pile number 3, your coworkers also could say like, you always know when something's off, okay? So I don't do not take offense to this pile number 3, but some of you guys could be like, I don't know, like, obviously take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But some of you guys could act like you're on the spectrum, okay? You know how like certain autistic people are just very hyper vigilant, or something about you is like super keen on every little move, okay? And maybe your coworkers don't know that about you, okay? Maybe you don't know about it about yourself. But obviously, pal number 3, not everybody is on the spectrum, but the way you act is of somebody who is, you can't do shit wrong, okay? And you know what? I've had a handful of coworkers, who were like that. Um, And I knew that they were a little different, and that's perfectly fine. But, you would have to be careful during the day if you were working with that person, because you really can't do anything wrong. Like, the second anything is off, or you don't put the right amount of this and that on this and that, whatever the job is, they're going to get really angry. You know what I'm saying? Um, Even I used to work with at this pizza place in Chicago. I used to work with this. She was like probably like 50 something, but I knew she was like different, right? And I remember I didn't put 6 rings of the onions on the salad, right? And it's supposed to be like 6, 7, because there's a method right to it. And I put, I think, like 8. I wanted it to even out the way it looked on the salad, right? And it wasn't that big of a deal. But she went and told the manager she put 8 rings on the salad, and it was never that big of a deal, right? But to her, because of how she thinks and, routine and everything, she was extremely stressed out about the fact that I put 8 rings of the red onion on the salad instead of 6, 7, you know. So some of you guys could be like that, if you understand, you understand. Okay, I hope I explained that in a way, okay, that's understandable. But yeah, so some of you guys, whether you're on the spectrum or not, um you act like that, okay? um that's why I always like to tell people, remember that not everybody's the same, okay? Not everybody thinks the same either. So even if you are a little bit different, or you like things to be in order, it's also reminding me of like OCD. Okay, some of you guys, pile number 3, could have OCD, or you act of somebody who has like those types of tendencies. Okay, in the workplace, it's always good to remember everybody's different. It's not a problem, but you do have to sometimes accommodate certain things. I don't know, pile number 3, maybe you need accommodations. Okay, um, in some sort of way. All right, but let's move on. I don't want to talk about that too much. Okay. But let's see. Pile number 3. Yeah, look, changes. Okay. Pile number 3. You people talk about how you always need a lot of change, or that you're very private, okay? Um, or they feel like you're always changing, okay? Why am I also hearing changing shifts? Changing shifts, okay? I don't know if you just recently changed shifts, okay? Or if you didn't want to. Oh, why am I hearing you didn't want to work with somebody? Or you feel like you can't work with somebody on a certain shift because it stresses you out. Yeah, what? Okay. All right. Pile number 3, your coworkers talk about, yeah, pile number 3 went to third shift, or they switched to mornings because Johnny or Sarah over there was doing this and that, and they just can't stand it, so they changed their shift. You know how, well, I've never done it, but I've probably just left a job if I really can't stand a certain situation at work. I'm not going to stay there. But you could be the type of person who I don't know, you really need things in order. Okay. That's just what I'm going to say for that. And you want things to change when you want them to change. Like, if other people change stuff around you, it's going to throw you the hell off, okay? So things kind of have to be at your pace, on your dime, at the time that you need it or want it to be. Otherwise, you're going to not be okay, okay? That's why I'm saying, like, I feel like somebody, or some of y'all, pile number 3, could be on the spectrum, okay? And being on the spectrum does not mean that you are incapable, okay? Because I feel like that's a misconception that people have a lot of the time. You're just different, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's okay. I'm not diagnosing anybody. I want to make that clear. But pile number 3, and a lot of people go undiagnosed all the time. You see it happen every day. I've seen a video, it was kind of funny though, where he was like, um, how all the kids from like, like the special needs class, like everybody after high school was like kind of released into the world. So if you ever see somebody acting a little different or not comprehending something, that's probably one of them. That's what he said in the video. I thought it was kind of funny, but it's, you never know who you're going to encounter or what type of person you're going to encounter. So I don't know, maybe that's a lesson for you guys, pile number 3, or anybody, is that everybody's different. Treat people with the respect that you want them to treat you with, okay? And if somebody's not understanding something, especially in the workplace, maybe just consider that maybe they need to learn differently. They think differently, okay? You have to explain it or show it to them in a different way instead of getting mad, okay? Um yeah, okay. I didn't expect the the little lesson at the end of pile 3, but it is important to remember, not everybody's the same. Not everybody thinks the same. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I don't know. I feel like some of you guys, pile number 3, could be managers or bosses. Okay. And if you do end up hiring somebody, um, you may not see it at first because, like I said, just because someone's on the spectrum doesn't mean that they're not capable. But they may need some sort of accommodations throughout, the time that they do work for you. Okay. So, doesn't matter how old you are either. Okay. If you have a certain issue, you have a certain issue, and that's okay. But if you are a manager, understand that, don't they say in like the where you sign the papers and stuff, like where they put like, do you have a disability, blah blah blah. Um, I don't know. Somebody could be checking that mark, or even if they don't, somebody's different in your workplace, okay? Or you could be the person who's quote unquote different, okay? Anyways, let's get out of there. You guys have a wonderful day. I will leave timestamps after this in a minute, okay, for you guys to go back. If you missed the reading, I showed the options at the beginning, okay? So like the video, subscribe, and I will see you guys in a little bit, okay? I'm gonna do Capricorn today on YouTube, and then I'm gonna do a Cash App Live um, in like an hour or so, a couple times today on TikTok only, okay? So if you want a personal private reading, make sure to join or email me, okay? If you want a live reading, come to TikTok, okay? Go follow me so that you can see when I go live, all right? You guys have a good one, and I will see y'all later. Bye.